Hey yo, what's good with it? Good morning. Let's see what we got. We got some problems here. Good morning, good morning. Had a winning trade yesterday on gold. Let's see if we can do it again today, eh? This was a trade yesterday right here. Easy. Another daily finish yesterday. Oh yeah, finish bullish. Current daily bullish as fuck. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got today. Got some coffee, we got the workout in. We're freaking moving this morning. It's 6:45 a.m. I'm fucking crushing the day. Gold's been my friend lately. I like gold. Yeah, so I'm not going to want to look for sells until price comes down below here, because if we look at the daily candle, daily is not going to be bullish or bearish until here. Let's see what it looks like right here. Yeah, it's like a little choppy bullshit right there. So yeah, that's the reason why don't want to look for sells until we come down there, is because I want to trade in the direction of the daily candle. That's going to be the intraday trend. You know, if we're bullish on the daily candle, then price action on the lower time frames is usually going to be leading to creating higher highs and higher lows. And yeah, so I'm not going to look for sells until price flips bearish, so that way it's going to show that, okay, perfect, the momentum in the daily session is now bearish at that point. So we're going to be looking for some buys today. Let's see, it looks like we got a nice little range here. Let's just see. It's actually like 20 pips right there. Probably going to want to trade outside of it though. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, yeah, no, we're definitely going to want to do that, because if we look at what just happened right here with this 30-minute candle, it came up, broke up into this area, and then rejected all the way down and closed below. Now the next candle is moving bearish. Hasn't broken the low yet, but yeah, probably want to look for some sort of retracement, maybe down into this level, 1847.57, and potentially continue bullish from there. Yeah, it's going to be a nice pullback in the 4-hour, hourly too. This is a nice zone here, 1847.57. So yeah, I like that zone right there. And this would be like an MP special here. And then we'll do like target for buys here. And then see if we can look for more buys above here, if that's gonna happen. See what kind of data we got. Nothing. Oh, here we go. Always want to look at what's happening in the past. What did happen? Trade zone to zone, so that we just need to identify where the next zone is. And it's bringing us back all the way to June 22. So yeah, we're probably gonna actually want to look for buys above here. Yeah. Boom. Just like that, that's the analysis for today on gold. I would really like to see price retrace and then continue bullish, rather than breaking out of this range. I'd like to see price move down here and then continue to come into this range and push back through, move all the way up to 1876.98. I think that's a good possibility. Oh, wait a second here. I think I forgot to do something. Oh, whoa. Still got the annotation. Now we're good. GBPJPY news. Let's see. News. What's going on? Why does this keep skipping? There we go. Yeah. Nah. I'm not too worried about the news. It's 10 a.m. It's going to be outside of my trading time. 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes. This is different than FOMC. Meeting minutes is different than FOMC. So no, I don't think news is going to be a problem today. But I really like this analysis here on gold. Price action's moving really nice here on gold, so it'd be great to find an opportunity there. See what GJ is doing. We got about 8 minutes until the hourly candle is gonna close. Wait a second. Yeah. Alright, daily candle on GJ is bullish. And we will flip bearish at this point. Yeah, so we're not gonna consider sells on GJ until price comes down below this zone here. Same type of thing that I was talking about on gold not too long ago. Whoa. Same thing I was talking about on gold is we're not going to be bearish on GJ until we come down below this level, 156.712. So ideally we wouldn't look for sells until we come below that level there. But if we look at lower time frames, we can see this is like a 4-hour range here. Same thing, 1-hour range here, a lot of chop in this area. And on 30 minutes, same type of thing. We have like a strong support here, and then not a tradable range down to this support here. So we need to look for sells below this zone. And if we look back on the higher time frames, this is outside of this 1-hour range, also outside of the 4-hour range. And the daily candle is going to be breaking its own lower wick at this point, so we can confirm that sells are going to be very strong. You know, the bearish momentum is going to be very strong once price moves down to that zone. But for buys, looks like we are rejecting this level here pretty strong. So we'll have to wait and see how this 30-minute candle closes, but strong rejections here in the past, here, and then also right here, so it looks like we are rejecting that. But it also looks like same type of situation that we were seeing on gold. It's 23 pip range. If this candle closes bullish, it can break its own high, but it's only 14 pips or so to the top. Now that is room to claim 10 pips, but it's a small range. Probably gonna want to look for buys above here instead. Unless price, you know, travels further down, creates a support, then we can go retest the highs. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. So I think for GJ it's going to be best to wait for buys above this zone. Let's see what traffic looks like. Yeah, it's going to be a good range. Yeah, 40 something pips. Boom, so that's the analysis here on GJ. And we'll just go ahead and throw that in there, just as a little reminder. No need to trade there. Same type of thing here on gold. No need to trade here. Better trades presented elsewhere. Now we just gotta wait. It does look like GJ is going to reject that area and continue, but it's not going to be a tradable range. Safer buys above this area here. Yeah, it's like a 4-hour resistance right there. We've already rejected on the 4-hour. Hourly is rejected. and the hourly's also broken the low, and it's respected the high. So, you know, when price is moving bullish, we create higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now we have a lower high and a lower low, so we could see price retrace before continuing. Pretty strong push at the close here though. Little pre-NY volume. I think I'll stay away. Don't even have my MT4 or my MT5 opened up. Now this is like a good MP special setup. I trade this often. Alright, so there's some red flags here though. So same type of thing I was explaining on the, hold on, let me alright. Let me get my annotation thing out. So same type of thing I was explaining on the hourly. You know, if we look at it, price is creating higher highs, or higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Even though this candle closed bearish, still creating higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Same thing here, candle closed bearish, still higher low, higher high. Now this candle here has started to flip. We've created a lower high, lower low, closed bullish, but we created a lower high, a lower low, and now this candle is breaking the high pretty much immediately as the candle opened up with no bottom wick. Not a good situation to take a trade. Even if it makes the push, not a good situation to make a trade because this candle hasn't created a lower wick yet. Ruby, so many arrows, yeah. This candle hasn't created a lower wick yet, so at any point it can retrace down to create a lower wick. Dangerous. It's making a very strong push here, and if we think about how this candle ended, how it closed, it did make a very strong push towards the end before the close. So some sort of volume at this time. Maybe some sort of news event or something, who knows. No, it doesn't look like, yeah, no. Yeah, so for me, no confirmation entry. Would have worked out though. Would have entered as the candle broke the high. Would have caught that push up. It's pushed up 11 pips or so. So yeah, would have worked out to catch 10 pips. Just no real confirmations to enter on my side. I've had a lot of situations like that go against me. Gold close kind of like a doji here. Respected the low, also respected the high. I do think if this current 30-minute candle goes to break the high, there would be a nice wick fill here. Continue pushing probably up to 1863. But being that we've already rejected in this zone here, I think it's kind of dangerous. So we already rejected at this level. Yeah, and see, GJ is kind of rejecting now. like I said, would have been able to catch, you know, 10 pips on GJ there, but no real confirmations to that entry in my opinion, so it's just no good. Plus, you know, my initial analysis right here, no trade zone. So it's best to just stick with it, but that thing is pushing, man. There's something happening with GJ for sure. Some sort of news. It's causing some volume there. Wonder if we can go over here on the Forex Factory news section, see if they got anything. NZD, Croatia, UK recession. I don't know. Doesn't look like anything. The same volume is not really happening here in gold. That's interesting. See what DJ does here though. I'd rather see a close above here. I'd rather see something like this. Going to give us a much stronger confirmation in the direction of where price is going. See if it broke the oh yeah, broke the previous hourly high. Looks pretty bullish. You just need to wait for confirmations on the lower time frames. Yeah, we got 17 viewers on here live with us. Only 3 likes. Give a like to the stream. And if you're new to the stream, subscribe to the channel. Christopher. Cheers, Mike. Happy New Year. Just checking in to see where you are trading. Happy New Year, man. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, we're looking at GJ right here. We're looking at this little push. Trying to figure out why that was happening. Would much rather prefer a setup here on gold, though. So gonna look for something here on gold. Noman, what's good, man? Happy New Year, man. What's good? What's good? Got some new subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Be here every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Live streaming here. Had a winning trade yesterday, first trade of the year. Only me, it's gonna be a good year. Let's see. DJ is still playing in this area. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's just better to wait for a close above this zone. Gold's in a range here, we want to stay out of this range. Since I'm only focused on taking 1 trade per day, I always want to make sure it's the best possible trade that I can take. So for me, you know, there was opportunities here, potential opportunity if gold broke the high here, and definitely was an opportunity here that we were talking about as GJ was breaking the high here. But is it the best opportunity, the highest probability for us to have a winning trade? Don't really think so. That's ultimately why I sat on my hands there. what we got on the Sports Center this morning. While we sit and wait. If anybody's got any charts, any analysis they want me to check out, feel free to send it in. When you send it, you gotta go up to this camera thing here, and then click copy a link to chart image. And it should copy. And then when you paste it though, when you go to paste it, or when you send it, the only thing you can send is this right here. So you just copy that, right click, copy, and then go into the YouTube chat and you can paste that. And I can check out your analysis, get my feedback on whatever you're trading. Perhaps you're not trading GJ and gold, perhaps you're trading something else, US 30, whatever. Be happy to get my insights. See what GJ is gonna do here. Oh, what we got here?
Mike, good morning.
What's up, Harith? How you doing?
Good, brother. I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. No complaints. No complaints. Just sitting here watching gold range, seeing if GJ is gonna continue or not.
Yeah, people had some perfect moves during London on gold.
Yeah, man, this thing moved pretty nice, man. I really like for price to come back down into this zone here. Maybe come down, retest 1847 or so. Continue bullish from there. I think that would be nice.
How's the 4-hour like on gold?
It's pretty weak. Pretty weak here. Had a nice break out of this range here, and we haven't seen a bearish candle yet, so I'm wondering if this is gonna pull back further, or if it's just gonna range until the 4-hour candle closes weak bearish or something like this, and either can continue from there or it's gonna retrace. But daily candle is bullish as hell.
And the 1 hour?
1 hour. 1 hour is in this range here. Yeah, that's kind of why I would like to see some sort of pullback down here and then continue.
Yeah, that probably makes sense right now. has just moved so huge to really find a continuation at that point.
Yeah, yep. Exactly. Yeah, GJ, I was looking at GJ right here. I was thinking about taking this, but just like wasn't really enough range to the top here. Only like 12 pips at the break of the high, so it's not enough. And the candle
I've
broke
probably seen those things work out, because if that was gold, I would probably be taking that trade, hoping for that candle to just continue, because that's already a low created for price to go and continue to retest the highs, probably targeting that rejection week.
But yeah, no, I mean, to your point, I've seen that happen a bunch of times right here. This is like, you know, like one of my favorite setups to trade, really. High created, price pulled back, and plus it's like a nice double bottom. We had strong rejections over here, strong rejections over here, so yeah, I mean, it looked good. I was just skeptical because it didn't create a bottom wick. It broke the high like in the first like 30 seconds of the candle being opened. So yeah, I was just like, not sure. Better opportunities above here, I think.
Yeah, when that candle closes above, I hope there is clean traffic at the left-hand side.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's clean all the way through here. It's like 100
Yeah, so
pips.
volume, probably you can see that's what, the 15.7 area.
Yeah.
And gold retracement will do a world of good.
Yeah, we'll see what it does here. It might just range, honestly. It made some big moves here, so.
Yeah, makes sense. Same ideas, like but I'm a big fan of retracement at this point, because we have seen that move happening all the way through 2 sessions.
Yeah. Mark Clear over here on YouTube. Hi Mike, why is gold so bullish? I'm having trouble understanding the macros and all the data coming out today. Yeah, I don't know.
Economics.
Yeah.
You know, news is manipulation in the market. It is just people getting better prices for continuation of that trend.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I can say to that is, I mean, number one, like I don't really pay attention to news events. Like I don't really pay attention to the fundamentals of trading. I really just pay attention to price action, where price is at, where zones are. Like I'm just trading zone to zone, you know. So that's what makes sense to me. But I mean, just like it says right here, I mean, there's you know, you can just look at news events. But I mean, there's some right here, like gold price hits a fresh 6-month high ahead of the FOMC minutes. So this is, you know, if you read into this, this is probably saying that they're anticipating something based on FOMC minutes that's going to push gold higher, or whatever the case might be. Or they could even be pricing in some sort of news event. So this bullish move could just be a pullback for like a major fall because of however news is going to go. So I don't know, there's a lot of shit you can assume based on that, but to me, the one thing that makes sense is just like seeing what price is currently doing, where it could potentially go to, what type of confirmations, do I need to see to hop along the bus ride to the next destination. But yeah, I mean, if you want to check out like shit on fundamentals, Mark Claire, YouTube search a dude, Capital Hungry. He's got a lot of good information about gold, puts out a lot of good free content about gold specifically, and it's all pretty much related to news events, so check him out.
Because basically here the strategy that you're using is it's like having two biases. When price is here, you sell. When it's here, you buy. Simple.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like, technically, the news stuff does make sense to me. Like when interest rates are increasing, this happens. When interest rates are decreasing, this happens. Like all that stuff makes sense, but it's just, to me, it's just harder to figure out like how that's actually gonna happen. It's just like price action makes more sense to me. But I mean, that's the beautiful thing about trading. Like, just do whatever works for you and continue on. I know some people that just trade strictly based off of news, just like Jeevan from Capital Hungry does. So I mean, it's people have their preference.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it's clearing out the lows here, so I think we're gonna see that pullback that I want to see. Hopefully we'll continue.
At the end of the day, simplicity is the way to go.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem with news. It's like there's so much speculation. It's not, to me, it's not duplicatable.
Yeah. You just dunked already. That's the bye-bye.
Yeah, both of these are starting to move here. Yeah, I mean, right before this 30-minute candle closed, it started to make a push, and I was saying, like if it breaks the high, it's probably gonna push up to the top of this range at least. But just not along with my rules. Thank you, bro. You just taught me what prices in means in the market and gave me an example. I understand it more now. Capital Hungry, yeah, that's it. Capital Hungry. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I can say, like for news events, like for me, the easiest way to learn like what happens during news events and why is like just watching them live. Like it's hard to like speculate if you haven't understood like what has happened in that news event before. Like for example, there's FOMC meeting minutes today. FOMC draws a lot of volatility, but FOMC meeting minutes, not really. So like that's all just something that's like an analysis that I've made just because I've watched it happen. I've watched FOMC cause like a 200 pip spike, and I've watched FOMC meeting minutes cause a 50 pip spike. So the best thing I can say is just watch, just see what happens. Google information based on what's happening in the markets, economics. I mean, there's a lot of information available, but that's kind of why I stay away from it. Is there's a lot of information available. It confuses me.
Yeah. You can just probably say, okay, for the whole of this year, I'm not going to trade news. I'm just going to watch news for whole of this year. Let me just trade the usual trading without tampering any news. So with 1 year of experience, the next year you start risking a little bit on news. With time, it will just build into confidence for you to trade news.
Yeah, that's what Jake did actually. Jake did that. He watched it, I think, for like 6 months before he started trading it, and Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it's just gonna build confidence. I mean, you can paper trade it. I mean, shit, even if you open up a demo account or something and just press buy and sell and figure out what happens, you know, I mean that's another thing too, is like you gotta like experience like how spreads are during news events. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it, so. But I mean, people make a shit ton of money trading news. I mean, I see Jeevan do it all the time, make 100 grand in, 3 minutes, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. That's the thing with news, is that you just get a hell of a return in just one move. Your 1 week return is made in 1 day.
Yeah.
Just a single move.
Yep.
So, but you know, it's the other way around as well. If you're not sure of it, you can lose everything in just that one move.
Yep.
It's more risk to reward.
Yeah, I'm more of a just keep swinging the axe, just keep showing up every day, taking, consistently getting better every day. Like that's always like worked a lot better for me, rather than swinging the, for the home runs. The base hits have always made a lot more sense to me. Like,
what's funny with news is that, yeah, exactly. What's funny with news is that it gives you false confidence when trying to gamble it. You think that every day you're going to have the same move or the same gains you've just gained. So you come with this confidence and you get banged. All what you made in news is gone. That's the thing with it. And what I've seen is that, every year news tends to play out differently. Now, CPI last year, if you've watched CPI, that because of high inflation that has been occurring, CPI used to make a move and correct that move. The whole of last year, if you check that CPI moves, most of them have been corrected. That same moment the move happens, just 30 minutes later, that move is already corrected, fully corrected. So this year you might come with that concept and it's just different thing. This year CPI could wake you up and down, and just nothing happen. Or it could probably keep on moving. There is no correction, and you expect a correction because last year that's what it did. No. That's the thing with news, is that it keeps on changing. The variables of news just don't stick.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the simplest thing for me, as far as news, is like just simply looking at Forex Factory come into the data, like for example ADP, and just seeing like what has happened, just like you were saying, like what happened, here. Okay, so the forecast, or the forecast was higher than the actual release. So what happened during that move? But, and then so like correlate this to the charts, so go back to November 30th on gold and see, okay, gold freaking shot to the moon when actual was worse than the forecast, or whatever the case is. But you can see all this info like right here, like actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So this right here probably shot gold to the moon because actual was worse than forecast, so it was bad for the currency, which is going to push gold up. So it's just things like that. I mean, you just have to simplify it. Like for me, there's so much information on news that for me, I have to simplify it into like what's the most basic form of understanding what's happening with the news. So the challenge with this is, when ADP happens tomorrow at 8:15 a.m., it's gonna say forecast is 152K, but these rates aren't gonna show on here until 8:16 a.m. So price is gonna fucking move in 300 pips in a minute by the time you see the data. So it's hard to speculate like what's actually going to happen.
Yeah. After the data is out, you cannot have an entry.
Yeah.
Our gold is going down,
Yeah, both of these are getting some pre-NY volume. We haven't seen pre-NY volume in quite some time. I'm surprised to see this. Diana, what's good over there on YouTube? How you doing? Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm surprised to see this volume. Haven't seen this in a little minute. At least this early. What's this say here? Oh, 10 minutes ago. Stocks, bonds extend precariously rally on hopes. Rate hikes. Peace. Yeah, they better stop freaking jacking up these rates here, man. Yeah, see, then you can spend a lot of time reading all this and trying to understand that. But yeah, I'll watch some Sports Center here. I'll wait until, you know, price does what I want it to do. But we closed below this range, so I mean, you could take sells here to continue down, but you know, I don't like to do that in situations like this just because it's a counter trend trade. To me, this is a valid counter trend entry though, because you know, price did come up. It created a high, you know, we created a resistance here. We ranged, which means we created a support. Now we broke that support, so we can definitely continue down. There's clean traffic here, but I'd rather wait for the ride back up. GJ, same type of thing. You know, it did close bullish above this this zone here. See, we got buys above listed here. Close bullish above here. Price can definitely create a lower wick and then continue, but I'd rather wait for this to happen. That's another thing about the markets to be said is, you know, it's all about just like trying to understand what makes sense to you, what you've seen work in the past, and then just replicating that over and over.
That's where critical thinking skills come into play.
Yeah.
Just have to think something and really visualize it.
Yeah, that's another reason why you gotta treat it as like a job, you know, like when it comes to like your trading time. You know, if you trade Asian session, like sit and watch Asian session every single day, you know. That's honestly the main reason why I do the streams, is because it like kind of forces me to sit here, watch price move during the same time every single day, you know. So you start to develop like, all right, cool, you know, today at 7 a.m. we saw some pre-NY volume. If that happens again tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, we're starting to see this pre-NY volume again. So it's, you know, it's just about sitting and watching, seeing the same things happen over and over again, just replicating it. It's really not rocket science.
Yeah.
But it can be if you want it to be. I used to try and make it rocket science.
Yeah, it can. If you want it to, then why not? It's ready to become that rocket science you want.
Yeah, legit.
See these, the other zones, see this zone, create these, create imaginary lines there. Just make it difficult, make people fear.
Yeah, price action to me is king. I mean, you can take it anywhere. I mean, I look at fucking stock charts, just like this too. Price action, and I mean, it works with everything. Any type of chart, price action works. Kareem, yeah. Brother, I told you yesterday that gold will reach 1872. Kareem, let me give you all my money. Wait, it didn't reach 1872. What are you talking about?
Still at 1860 something.
Yeah. Come on now, Kareem. See, depending on where my entry would be, Kareem, I'd be in drawdown. Actually, no, I think I do remember you saying that. This was like, it was down here somewhere, because this is like the trade we were talking about here. Yeah, I do remember you saying that, because I was saying, you know, you will want to watch out for this resistance here and this resistance here, which, if you look at this, you know, I was pretty spot on with that, you know, that little cautionary tale here, because if you're taking buys, like, say for example here, like I was talking about, you know, this resistance didn't really come into play, but this one did, and then we came down below the entry down here. You know, this would have been nice profits and then nice drawdown before coming all the way up here. And that's why I'm a scalper, you know, because I really don't want to be along for that ride.
Yeah, messes up with your emotions and
Yeah, 1 minute you're like going to buy a Lamborghini, the next minute you're homeless, you know, you're like, fuck.
you buy a Lamborghini for someone else.
Yeah. Kareem, I hope gold will be issued to 1840 today. Yeah, that could happen. It could happen. It's pretty bullish right now.
ADP that is coming out tomorrow, and probably we're seeing good numbers. Could see a correction on price with gold.
Yeah. Yeah, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. That's the beautiful thing about the markets. It's a new day every single day. Never have the same day in a row. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that GJ is just kind of pumping right here. It'll be really interesting to see if it moves through this zone or not. It's not really creating bottom wicks, you know, so...
Yeah, volume is it's quite insane in GG right now. GG is quite moving well.
Yeah.
But if it gets to that zone, then a pullback will eventually come into play.
Yeah, absolutely.
To retest that zone we have just broke out from. Because we need a retest for continuation. Now, like on gold right now, that low upper wick, if you can have a nice upper wick to that zone, and then you have that kind of breaking the low, that would be an easy one to go with.
Yep. Yeah, really.
Where it is right now, it is fine. You can easily have a fake out from there, and you see it just pumping.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was also a zone on gold, right? That one, that area, that zone you marked down, like that green line down where there is buys above.
Right here?
No, down.
Right here?
Yeah, here. That is a zone, right?
Yeah, I got this here.
Like previous areas, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see. Now, it makes sense to come back to that area before continuation back up, because now we have to retest, because gold just broke through that zone without any retest.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and if you look at
come
this,
there and tap into that area, and you see gold continuing.
Yeah, and if you look at it here on hourly, it looks really good to come down here, because this clean hourly candle, you know, we didn't, you know, on the 30-minute candle, we have like this little... This, like, sometimes I would consider like a break and retest, you know, but because we didn't have a close above on the hourly, you know, the hourly just had this weak little thing and then just shot up. You know, I definitely think that we can continue to pull back down here. And 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour. Yep.
Yeah, that's the buy to gold.
Yep. Break them lows. Gonna continue down, I do believe.
Yeah, gold is coming down. Unless we start having bullish closes around that area.
Yeah, I think like Donvo, Wix9, like those guys, I don't know if you know them, but I think they consider this like a range 1, range 2 situation. And I see them do similar, like this is like a similar setup that they trade often, where it's like price pulls back into this zone and then continues bullish.
Yeah, looking at it right now probably makes sense to continue down because gold just broke that zone without a retest. What I've seen gold do is that when gold breaks a zone, just wait. Even if the move goes, at some point gold is coming back to that zone before it continues up. It has done a lot of breakouts and retests. That's how gold moves. I've seen it a couple times that when gold is trading below a zone or it has just broken a zone, be cautious taking a trade from that area because probably you're going to be caught in a pullback.
Yep. I would agree
like
with
how
that.
it is doing right now. So people who had missed that trade, I don't know, it happened in London, that push up all the way. So people who were trying to fidget to buy on the highs are now being punished.
Yeah. Yep.
Because now it's coming back to that zone. And anything that happens on that zone, if it's a fake out, then you're going to see a candle closing below that zone, back into that zone, and then another candle kind of retests that zone, and then a continuation all the way back down to clear all that move. So two scenarios can play out from that area where gold could be headed right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, Mark Claire, just like you're talking about too. Yeah, this move from gold, yeah, that's pretty much like the move. And then now it's just like Haritha's talking about, now it's just some sort of pullback to either continue or it's just gonna retrace, correct the entire move, continue bearish. Yeah, now GJ is coming down, create a lower wick. Hopefully we get some sort of bearish candle. Then maybe we can continue. We'll have to see.
So you'd probably have a continuation on gold, maybe with the next 4-hour candle that will be coming into play.
Yeah.
That's the candle that could give you a continuation.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Because it seems like the same move that happened yesterday. You remember we were discussing on that, about how the session moves and then you're having all two sessions moving in the same direction, then you expect a pullback with the other session that is coming in before continuation comes into play.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean it just way too many bullish candles for it to continue, you know, it has to pull back somehow. Strong ones too, strong move. This right here is the hardest part about trading. Just waiting.
But a nice trade would be a trade that is following the trend right now, like waiting for buys.
Yeah, it's just like that, you know, that bus stop theory. You know, you just gotta wait for the bus to show up for the direction that you want to go to.
Yeah, sure.
Right
For
now, it's
sure.
not
Yeah.
going the direction I want to go, so I just gotta wait for it to pull up to the bus stop.
And and just wait for the bus to go. If you're going to Oklahoma, then wait for the bus going to Oklahoma to appear.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah, because you know it's dangerous right now. If you're selling this thing, you're unsure anything can happen because you're counter trending what is a bullish monthly candle, weekly candle, daily candle, like everything. Even the 4 hour itself is bullish. So you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
That's why patience kicks in, where you just have to wait, watch candles print till something that is familiar to you prints out, and then you're like, okay, let's hop on.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's you know, it's simple once you like identify what works for you. You know, once you identify setups that work for you, it's just like I was saying earlier, just replicate those same setups.
Yeah, and another thing to throw into that is that sometimes these setups can appear at the wrong time. Timing is also another factor.
Yeah.
That setup can happen in Asian Open, but you don't trade Asian, right?
No,
so what
yeah.
will you do? You try to pitch it?
Yeah, that's very true.
There is no volume in the markets.
Yeah, that's true. I used to try and do that all the time.
Yeah. Setup is another thing. Then there is timing that is very crucial because you need volume to be on your side for price to move.
Yeah, I got caught up in that several times. Shoot.
Then you end up in a huge drawdown. Like, I've seen this happen. Like, why not? But you're forgetting there are factors that have to be also in line with your setup for it to play out successfully. So you end up in a huge drawdown before something comes up to save you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there? Like, you enter into a trade and then you start praying. Like, you regret why you entered and then you just resort to praying. Like, God, if this happened, I will not do this again.
Yeah, please let me just close out in profits. I'll never do this again.
You know, trading gets the best out of us. Like, really, you get to. Sometimes I sit there and start laughing myself. Like, there are things just get out of control. You pray. You like even confess to things you've done. Like, you'll never do this again. God, just help me. Just.
Yeah, man, I literally have like a journal, like, you know, in my trading plan. There's like things to execute on and then things not to execute on. And I honestly think the things that I have listed that are not to execute on are more important than the things that are to execute on, you know. And that's like ultimately why I didn't take this GJ trade, because I've been screwed so many times when price just breaks a high immediately without creating a bottom wick. I was just like, nah, man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Satria, wait for make support. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for gold to make a support. Then I would like to continue bullish. Kareem, I sell from 1865 to 1857 in 08 profits. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Collect that cash, that's all that matters. GJ. Yeah, it could potentially give us something. Gold looks better though. Still got time in the session, no need to rush on anything either.
Raja streams used to be fire way back when he was still in Canada.
Yeah.
That thing was different, man. Those days were beast days.
Yeah. Yeah,
When
it
you
definitely
could have
changed
those-
when he moved.
Yeah. You could have Karen there, you could have Uncle Ted, you could have Mark, you could have him, like a lot of people there.
Yeah, man, that's
you know-
true. You know, I haven't seen none of those guys on there in a long time.
Karen has his own thing right now, the trading flow.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. Does he
And
do
he's
live
trading-
streams?
Yep. Live streams? No, he doesn't do live streams.
Kerwin?
Karen doesn't do live streams.
Oh,
He has like this mentorship program. You pay $50 monthly, and you like trade on Zoom with him.
Hmm.
So he's exclusive gold. He's exclusive gold.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a beast with price action on gold, man. He's a beast.
Yeah. And I've learned a lot from him when it comes to gold.
Yeah.
That's why I like using the 5 minute. It's just because of him. He was the reason behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very, very knowledgeable. But yeah, I mean, don't see him anymore. Don't see Mac anymore. Haven't seen Uncle Ted in a long time either.
Yeah. But those streams, the people who joined the market fluidity when those streams were still there, those people have been profitable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if you were serious, let's say you started joining those people way back in 2018, 2017, like trading with them. Yeah, 2018, 2019, around those areas, 2020. And if you like spend a full year with them on the live streams, like you come to the charts, like they used to start pre-NY till NY open. So for those who have really traded with them 1 year, you really have a lot.
Yeah.
Now, like
Yeah.
right now it's different. Joining market fluidity is different. It's not like the other days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely
You won't
It's
get the full
definitely
package that you deserve to have. Like those people who came in first had.
yeah, it used to be solid, man. I never missed a stream.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
missed. Always hopped on. Yeah.
You hear Ted breaking down the charts, breaking down those candles, candle by candle. You feel like, whoa, where am I?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's
Tells
where
you what
like
to
pretty
expect
much
with the candle
everything,
with this time.
like everything I know came from that. Let's see. Kareem, I'm afraid now because the price is going down very slowly. I'm not good at speaking English. We shut it down. That's all
Yes,
good,
who's in
man.
the building?
Oh, what's up, Sartaz? What's up?
Yeah, man. It's been a while, innit?
How's it going, man?
Yeah. Hey, bro. Everything is fine.
Whoa, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while,
What about you?
Sartaz. How you been, man? How was the new year?
Yeah. Fine, bro. Happy New Year.
Good. Happy New Year to you, man. You
Thank
been
you.
trading yet?
Yeah, I did. Man, gold. I sold gold, man.
You sold it?
1850. Yeah, 1857. Just when broke the 15-minute candle.
Yeah.
1857. Yeah. Booked already. 2750.
Nice.
I was waiting, bro. I was waiting last 2 or 3 hours. Then I saw, man, this is the last candle of pre-New York. So, and volume come. Maybe it will come at 1850, 48, something.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
thinking. I think it'll. I
And
think it'll come down here.
Yesterday I did the same trade. You took the same. That trade was very nice, bro.
Oh yeah, right over here on gold.
After that, it came almost 170 pips, man.
Yeah. Yeah, trading with the trend, man. The trend is your friend.
Yeah, trend is your friend. Absolutely right. GG also looks. What about GJ, man? GJ today GJ is good, but I am just waiting for NY open. Maybe it can go. See the 1 hour chart.
GJ?
Yeah, it has already broke the structure. I think if in NY, if it will come 23% retracement and break the 1 hour candle, then it can go till 158, 177, maybe fill the last week. Yeah. 158, 77. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think it's looking good to continue.
Yeah.
I was looking at it here as it was breaking the high right here. I was thinking about taking that right there, but it broke it like within the first like 30 seconds of the candle opening. There was no bottom wick.
Yeah,
so
no wick
like,
candle.
nah.
Yeah.
And it was only like 10 pips to the top of the range. So I was just like, nah, I'd rather wait for it to come above here. But
No,
but yeah.
I saw GJ on same place when you look based on M30 when it came to retrace and came back. I sold it and booked 8 pips.
Oh, you right from here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah, catching it both ways.
Yeah, bro, I waiting and just hit.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, bro, you know, trading is 80% waiting and 20% education and money management. So that's why I waited 3 hours, 4 hours for good trade, good setup.
Oh yeah, I've done it so many times.
Yeah. But I love sessions, bro, London sessions and NY. Now one trade took on London and one trade on NY. This is the best setup.
Yeah, I need to move to London, man. I need to get on that session.
Yo, is this Muhammad? Muhammad. Hey, Muhammad. Are you listening me?
I think he's here. He might have walked away for a second or something, but yeah, he was here. He was trying to say what's up to you, I think, earlier when you first hopped in, but I don't know if you're oh wait, yeah, he oh no, I think that's a different Mohammed in the chat. I don't know if that's Harith. I don't think so.
Just 2 minutes.
Yeah, this
If
dude
the 30 minutes candle close with pin, then bro, when the high will be broke, I will enter for impulse entry.
on GJ?
Yeah, on GJ.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy in the YouTube chat says, Sartaz, I also took gold sell on break 30-minute current lows. Oh yeah, so he took the same thing that you were talking about.
Gold also looks like for sale on NY Open. Maybe it will retest 38% and came down and break the low and continue go till 1848 or 1850.
Yeah,
Approx 40 pips.
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna continue down. Continue down. Hopefully create some support and then continue bullish.
I will wait for retracement, bro, because last 1 hour candle has weak, so I will wait.
Yep. Yeah, and it's also breaking the low right here at the open, so
Maybe on comic open it will. I will enter if the high will be break with a small stop loss. No.
for GJ here.
Yeah. For impulse. If it will break high with weak. No.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah, I need only 8 or 10%. So I don't have so much.
I think if gold continues pushing down, GJ pushing down and then breaking its own high, will give you that push up.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking about there. I think an entry would be better as like a flip bullish rather than waiting
Yeah.
for the break of the high.
That's why you have a better entry and then a decent stop loss.
Yeah.
Hey Muhammad, how are you, man? Happy New
Sataz,
Year.
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man? Happy New Year. How's life?
Yeah. So better, bro.
Yeah, you were last on these streams, I guess, on the 5th of December, around those areas.
Yeah.
And then you went quiet.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I just I just analysis only. Did not trade anything.
Yeah.
And complete
So-
some lectures or something.
We are trying to put signposts around social media, trying to find Mr. 24K because it's a month since this man is lost. Any
Yeah.
ideas?
Where is he, man? 24K.
Yeah,
don't know.
Mike has tried his best.
Yeah, we don't know where he's at.
Mike has made advertisements on YouTube, on Telegram, on Twitter. Man is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's hope he's alive, sound, and healthy.
Yeah.
Listen, brothers. On gold, based on 30 minutes, no, it has already retested, and if it will break the previous candle, no, a 30 minutes candle and continue go down. I think so. It has already retested how much percent? It has retested something. Yeah, it has already retest 61%. Maybe it can go break the low again. Only 16 pips stop loss. वो 23% का रिटर्न मिल रहा है, 61 का लगा।
GJ is doing a nice retrace.
Yeah.
I think, like you guys were saying, I think if it goes to break its own high at this point, it would definitely be a nice wick fill on this current 30-minute candle. It's like 15 pips just on this wick fill here, like 20 pips to 25 pips to the top of the range, I think.
I think GJ based on H1, okay, maybe it can made some weak and then continue to go up. Now it had already retested 50%.
DJ looking good now.
Yeah.
Shouldn't really come back to retest that low. Should be that let it be that one way right now. At this point it's going.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid.
Yeah. Hello.
It's a waiting game here, a waiting game.
Yeah, bro. Need wait and beat the hammer.
Yeah.
Everything will be blast. Gold also trying to some for retracement. No, till COMEX. I think before COMEX it can go till 1858, and then after COMEX it can break the previous candle low on H1 and then continue came to 1850 or 48.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like, I was just thinking about this, like, I think, man, I really want to see buys on gold, honestly. That's what I really want to look for.
Buys on gold, if yeah, of course it can change if it will meet some support and resistance.
Yeah.
Man, NY has no volume today. Nothing. Because everything happened on on GJ also, on gold also. That's why people already earn the money and maybe move outside.
NY is still in holidays.
Yeah.
NYSE is holiday?
Yeah, like they're chilling. They're still chilling because there's no volume, nothing happening with NY.
Yeah. No, bro, your comics will come and maybe it will give us some trade.
Yeah.
No, you have more experience in comics, so just.
Actually, I'll start live trending next week on Monday.
Harish is chilling. He's just here for the good times.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, I'm just giving market time to really dissolve and really settle in and really like get ready for the year. You know.
Yeah.
Right now it's just like here and there these random moves. Moves comes back, it races and then gets you out and then continue. It's like the monthly candle is still stabilizing.
Yeah, you can get caught up in some bullshit here early on, you know, you never know.
Man, gold should respect 1857 then drop. Should respect.
Yeah, you don't want to respect and then
if it will go for respect, bro, I will just beat hammer.
Are you currently in a trade? Did you enter another position?
No, I already entered and booked profit, bro. 27 tips on gold based on M15. Yeah. I already did 2 trades, one on gold sale and one on GJ sale. 27 tips on gold and 10 tips on 8 tips on GJ.
Wow, congrats.
Just enjoying. Yeah. No, already 3%, not more much, bro.
Nice 3% on a Wednesday, you know?
Yeah, bro. And we have news after 2 hours. ISM. We have FOMC minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Do we have NFP this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Friday, bro. Tomorrow ADP and after that NFP.
When
we
is
have
CPI?
lots of news. Yeah, next week CPI. Man, many accounts will be blocked.
Yeah, the dreaded
Happy New Year to the charts, eh?
Yeah, CPI is. Oh wait. CPI is next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week.
Gold will go up now, I think so, but can wait for the 1848 retest. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just wait for I mean, if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, then that's gonna be my signal right there. Or if it goes to break the high at this point too. Previous candle high.
The 15-minute magic candle of comics comes into play now. So
Just
if you had
after
some
5
nice,
minutes, yeah.
Oh,
if we had some nice food, hey, now you see, now there is no chance for GJ going up right now. I have to wait for support to create now.
Yep. Yeah, we broke
Things
the low.
have turned out to be mess.
Still makes sense based on the hourly, but yeah, I mean, 30-minute broke the low here. It's just, yeah. I don't like to play with fire, so I would stay away.
Just need wet.
Yeah, we need a support here on gold and a support on GJ.
And there you go.
And if we get neither, it's all good.
Hey Mohammed, what's your strategy on the COMEX man? Gold will sell or
Comments, with the way volume is really moving, I doubt I would be on the 5. I would be on the 5 minute already. You know what?
what? Yeah. I think, bro, it will jump down.
Because let's first check on the 15 minute. How is the 15 minute candle? The previous. Okay. So it's bullish. You see what I would do?
Yeah.
I would wait to see if that next the 5 minute candle that is going to close. What is it doing? Is it creating a lower wick? 5 minutes. Okay. Now on the 5 minute you have a resistance. So the closure of that candle is going to tell me where we go. But right now I'm seeing some sort of resistance, but kind of retesting that support there. So if you have a support closing down, then you're going to have a continuation on gold down. If that 5 minute tends to close below that area, then we are dropping with the next 5 minute. Because what you're seeing there is a low being formed, then coming up to create a high to retest that low. So closing below that low, what do you expect the next candle to do? Take off. Because now you're probably going to take out the 15 minute low right there, which will be a confirmation on the 15 minute to continue finding sales when you take out the low of that bullish candle. Because if that is a valid support, that 15 minute candle low has to be respected.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
So sales look pretty nice now. If at all we respect that high and take out the low. So you wait and see what the next 5 minutes is going to do. Because currently there we have a resistance and then a confirmation of resistance. Probably you can have a pull back to retest that confirmation candle, and then you have price leaving the low of that confirmation candle to continue pushing down. Just watch, you'll see that 5 minute play. If at all we have volume, sometimes volume can be messy and things just range.
Yeah, I think if this 5 minute closes above this support right here, 1853.07, and it doesn't break this low here, because that low is going to be the 15-minute low.
Yeah.
Then it could flip break its own high, create the top wick, and continue bullish.
So if we are in normal market conditions like the usual, and you have that 15-minute closing like good, beautiful bullish, then that 15-minute that is in play right now, it's bearish, right? So you come on the 5-minute. What you would expect to see is that the 5-minute closing kind of bullish. That's the 5-minute that we are looking at. If it closes bullish, then you know that you've already created a lower wick of the 15-minute. So with the volume coming in at comics, will just give you that push with the next 5 minutes. You just close your eyes and just buy there.
Yeah.
As long as we respect that, you see what it is doing. Now, if at all it just turns out and closes bullish, at that point, you just close your eyes and buy. Now you see, it's retesting a confirmation candle. Let's see, you have to go down. Confirmation of support, of resistance. That makes sense.
That would have just made a little top wick on
Just
the
see,
15
just see,
minute.
just
You see, it just created a little top wick on the 15-minute doing that.
Yeah, like I said, on the 5-minute, you can have a retest on the confirmation of resistance candle. So the moment as long as you respect that high, you see that on the 5-minute.
Oh.
If we respect that high on the resistance, you know, there is resistance and then confirmation of resistance. If we take out that next high of that bearish candle, then things are not looking good.
Yeah.
It's okay to take out that second one, but the first one should be respected. If it's not respected, then it's a mess. Now, that's the thing. It's a mess.
Yep. And going back to you know what I always say, just trade in the direction of the daily candle. You know.
Yeah. Now you see.
Now this looks fucking amazing for buys.
Now, yeah, exactly. And that's why I didn't want to trade, because I know right now market can mess up with all your strategies before. Because volume is really funny right now. Volume is really funny. We're not having that real flow of volume.
Yeah, absolutely.
And considering that the trend is bullish, and now you see we respected the low on the 15-minute. So yeah, should create a nice support on the 30-minute as well for the next one to just give you that continuation. And here we go.
You bought or?
No, I didn't get
bought?
in it. No, I didn't get it.
Nah, for me, I'm chilling. For me, I'm chilling. This volume is a mess right now.
No, I don't like to trade based off of the 15 minutes. So.
Yeah. No. I am waiting on the base of 1 hour. If it will retest 1857 and then came down again and break the low, then continue and go down. Or if it will make support on M30, then it can go.
It's gone. It's gone. 30 minutes is taking out that
high.
It's gone.
30 minutes just broke.
Bye.
This is bang, bro.
Now look at the 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour just retest the previous candle. Low break.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna keep pushing. Most definitely.
Could you take me back to the 5-minute for a while?
Let's see, 5-minute.
You see now you have a break of structure right there. This candle
Strong one tall candle going all the way up,
Just galloping,
closing
boy.
above all these small
Holy.
structures.
It's fucking galloping.
Yeah, pure fake out right there.
Yeah. I mean it just comes down to, like I was saying earlier, trading in the direction of the daily candle. Daily candle is mega bullish. You know, everything is just showing signs to buys, you know. So
Yeah.
this is just like we were saying earlier, it's just a pullback for the continuation. You gotta do that to continue.
You just had to be patient enough to wait for that.
Yep.
If it was the real market, like real market normal days, probably entries would be at the break of that candle high there.
Yeah.
Have entries right there.
Yeah, no, I took it. I just closed out. Just closed out 11 pips.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I was...
Oh, that's why you're silent.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, if it breaks a high right there, that's what I was saying. You know, if it... Because it's a high volume time, the 30-minute broke the low at the beginning of the candle, and then it went to go break its high at the end of the candle. You know,
so you closed out at 11 pips?
It closed out right here at this zone just because, yeah, it was about 11 pips just because I don't want to risk a rejection from here.
Yeah, but you know, would have left some sort of runner there because it looks good to keep on coming all the way back up to.
It should continue for sure.
Yeah, to retest the upper week of the 4-hour or that zone there.
Yeah, it should continue. It should continue for sure.
This is called smart trading, yeah, bro.
You just scalped 11 pips out of the market real quick bucks right there.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
I think that was less than 5 minutes.
This year Mike is getting a Lambo.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he trade because of the M30 candle broke first low and then broke high, and you know these types of candle goes just like impulse.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, just like I really wanted to take it based off of that 15-minute, but you know, like I really got to stick to my rules, you know, and I hate trading based off of the 15-minute.
It's good.
But that entry would have been perfect, so that's why I was trying to find what would the confirmation be off of the 30-minute, and so the 30-minute confirmation for me was for it to go break the high, you know.
Same to me, bro. Same to me. I just believe on 30 minutes candle.
Yeah.
For me, I would be in from the 5 minutes when I told you the
Hey, bro.
You know where I told you that if it breaks that resistance candle, then my confirmations of sales are off. That moment it took out that candle, that second candle, the second bearish candle that formed resistance, I would be in because I know at that point you're not finding sales because that is a weak resistance. It's not going to hold. Let's buy that thing.
Yeah.
That's where
bro. I saw many times if the candle broke first low and then break high, you know, this every time these types of candles get impulse, and it happened in COMEX, NYSE, NY or London. That's it.
And you know, it's not the same concept. The only difference is because I just had an early entry with a 5 minute, but now you see, you took an entry based off taking the high of the 30 minute. Yeah. Another one took an entry based off the 15 minute high being broken. I also took it based off the 5 minute high being broken. So it's the same. It's all the same idea, but on different time frames. So you just have, on 30 minutes, you wait a little bit longer for that high to be taken out. For the 15 minutes, you also wait 5 minutes, wait for those few minutes you're going to wait. At the end of the day, you all catch the same move, but at different entries.
Yeah. Totally. Only different time frame.
Yeah, but on lower time frames, there are different confirmations now.
because
Yeah.
what is a wick on the 30 minute is like a resistance on the 5 minute.
Bro,
That
Bro,
thing
you
is
know,
pumping,
what-
boy.
what-
Holy.
Yeah.
That thing is moving.
yeah, maybe it can break.
How many
the
pips so far,
H1
Mike, from your
H1
entry?
candle also.
Let me see where my entry was exactly. My entry
That
was
means you got
1856.06.
yeah 35 pips, man. After break the 30 minutes candle high.
Yeah, 35
30?
pips. 30 pips.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but that thing moved nice, man. I might just trade gold all year long, man. Shit, screw GJ.
Yeah, let's resume to that, baby. Welcome to the team, baby. Welcome to the gang.
Although GJ looks good for buys now too.
Yeah, it does, but you know, let it twerk. It's just
Yeah.
twerking right now. Look at big boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there, man.
Yeah, simple, you know. You've just hammered your 15, 11 pips right now on gold, and you're sleeping, you're chilling.
Yeah.
On GJ, you'd be sweating to pinch out those 11 pips.
I'll be like, come on, GJ. Come on, GJ. Go hit 10 pips for me. Come on. Come on. Give me 5. Come on.
Can you imagine you just scoped 11 without us knowing? You just told us after. That's how fast gold is.
Yeah, it was within 5 minutes. It was
Yeah.
I think this candle right here. No, it was like in this 5-minute candle, I think.
If I get 30 pips, man, in one day, then no, I just want to sleep 3 days, because I did 10 pips for one day, 10 pips for one day, 10 pips for one day, and I need to digest all of them.
You gotta cherish that moment.
Yeah.
I think GJ will nothing know. GJ have no volume at this time.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good for buys if it respects the low and breaks the high here, but yeah.
You know what, on GJ, I would probably wait for the same thing that it did just previously. 2 candles closing bearish and the next one closing bullish,
fuck, man.
and
Gold
just
also
going for
broke.
that.
Gold broke the H1 high also.
Yeah, this thing
gold
is
is coming to
galloping.
retest the previous high on the 4-hour candle. It's just doing a weak fill now. The 4-hour is going to flip and then continue pushing.
Oh yeah,
Just
broke
7
the hourly high. Oh
Yeah, look at the
man.
4-hour
Oh,
now. Here we
man.
go. Let's retest that new high on the daily, because the daily created a new high, come back, create a low to retest that daily high. That's gold, baby. Mike, you better join the crew.
Yeah, man, gold. It
Come
moves
to the real
nice.
gang.
It moves nice. I can't deny
Yeah.
that.
Imagine being consistent on gold and you just grabbing 20 pips a day, 20 pips a day. How
Quick.
far you will be.
That's what I'm saying. Quick too, you know, it just moves so fast.
Yeah. If you become consistent on gold, trust me, in one year you've got your Lambo.
Yeah.
Raja is cruising a Ferrari Spider in Dubai.
Yeah, yeah, man. Can't believe that shit. That shit is hilarious.
Man, yeah, like for real. Look at that and like, man, It's a matter of time. Give it time, man. Give it time.
Yeah,
Give
that's what I'm
everything
saying,
time.
you know. We can't be jealous about it because we haven't been in a game that long, you know. So
That's for
it's
sure.
just
Yeah.
motivation, you know. It's motivation to of where we could potentially be at, you know, a couple years down the road.
That's why I don't believe in and giving up. Like, I've lost everything and then let me just quit. Oh my days, you just hit yourself on the head.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. I lost over $20,000 in trading, like the first couple of months. First couple of months of trading, just deposit $500, blow an account, deposit $500, blow an account, do that shit like every day. But my mindset was always like, man, you know, if I could have just been on the flip side of all of those, I would have made 20 grand, you know? So that's what I was
Yeah,
always
that's
thinking
the
about, is like, I need to figure out how to be on the flip side of this, you know? I need to figure out how to get the winning trades, you know? So it's like, that's just to your point, you know, if you don't give up, you know, you just got to keep learning. You know, it's not easy, you know, it's easy, but it's not easy, you know? It's a lot of emotions.
like that's the thing, you know. At the end of the day, it's never going to be easy. Though people outside that would start seeing your success after all this struggle will see it like easy. They won't see the time, the sacrifice, the everything that you've gone through. Those days when you're at your low. Have you ever lost this money and you feel like you fail to explain to anyone how you've just lost a bunch of money in trading? You feel like it's only you who can understand, or your fellow traders. You fail to tell anyone. It's like you die, you let it die inside you. You hold that pain.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's another thing too, is like most people don't even know what trading is, you know, so it's hard to even like tell them like what you're going through, what you're experiencing, things like that, you know. So
Yeah.
like I mean, I remember like calling my mom like a couple of times, just crying, you know, just like, I fucking keep losing money, you know, like I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know. I don't know why, like more so like I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, you know. Like the pain was just like so harsh, but I always like would like finish off the conversation with like, you know, I'm gonna figure out how to be on the flip side, you know, it'll be worth it, you know. So you said it yesterday, I think, you know, it's like business expenses, you know, like most businesses aren't profitable within the first year, you know, a couple of years at that sometimes. You know, think about college. You go to college, you spend $100,000 on a degree, you know, like everything in life to achieve success the way that we want to, everything in life, it always costs some sort of sacrifice, or financial sacrifice, or time sacrifice, you know. So like, why would we think it's going to be any different with trading, you know? Like, why do we just think that like, oh fuck, I'll figure it out in one day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's for real. That's for sure, you know. Having a long-term mindset will really help you. Knowing that it will take time, but it will be worth it, you know. At the end of the day, it will be worth it. You know, the thing with trading, the thing that keeps on hitting me is that all that money you once lost, one day you will just make it in a trade.
Yeah, in one trade.
Yeah, it will be one day in one trade you'll make that money back, and you're like, you know what? Once upon a time, years back, I lost this money in like 100 trades I took. I blew up my account, but here I am. Just made it in just one single shot.
Yeah, Raja
So
talks about it
I'm
too.
like,
Raja talks about
Yeah.
it too. Like he, you know, they had to sell his wife's wedding ring. Remember to pay his
Yeah,
rent. I think
surely.
it was like $1,000 or something. And you know, if you think about it now, I mean, he's $100,000 days and shit. You know.
So when I think of that situation, I don't even feel pain of all the money I've lost in the market. I know that, you know, one day,
Yeah.
this market will pay off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny because I read this book called The Daily Stoic, and it's like a little passage, that you just read every day. But it was like talking about like the big three, like control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, and willingly accept what's outside of your control. But it's like basically saying that all you have is perception, action, and will. And it's so true. Like if you think about that towards trading, all you have is the perception of the events. If you beat yourself up over the loss, then obviously it's gonna hurt. But if you look at it as a lesson, then you no longer like feel the pain. It's like I learned something. So yeah, I mean it's so true, man. It's all you said it earlier too. It's just critical thinking. Have to be able to think about what happened and what you can do differently to have a different outcome in the future or repeat it.
But for sure, one day all this will be like a story to tell people that, we was once there.
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure. That's why I think Raja has so much credit, because he documented all of his stuff, through streams and, just being super transparent throughout the entire journey. I mean, that's why it's kind of hard to discredit him and his success with trading.
Yeah. Since 2016, it is now 2023. It has been quite a journey for him.
Yeah.
Hey guys, okay, see you tomorrow.
Peace out, Sartaz. We'll catch you later, bro.
Okay, bro.
Cheers,
Thank
brother.
you.
Nah.
If I get to a point whereby I can bank like $1,000 days, then man, I'm good. Seriously, like look at it like you making $1,000 a day. That's like 5,000 weekly.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good at that point.
Yeah, $5,000 weekly. That's quite nice money. And then 2 weeks, that's 10K. Then it means monthly, that's 20K.
Yeah.
Wow. You know how much is that in Ugandan money?
Yeah.
Holy.
That's good.
Bro,
money.
you're buying a house.
Yeah, that's good money.
20K is good money.
Yeah, I've had some times like that, man. I've had I'll never forget. I think it was maybe April. It was right at it was like April 2021, I think. Made over 50 grand. It was
last year?
Yeah, 2021.
2021. Oh.
Yeah.
You made 50 grand.
Yeah, not trading. I had a sales job. Well, not really a job, but it was a sales role within a company, so I was making commissions based off of sales. But yeah, I couldn't even believe it. I mean, like just a couple of years ago, I couldn't even like make 50 grand in a year, And
Yeah.
I mean, I remember just waking up, looking at it on my bank account, just like, holy fuck,
what can I just do with this?
Yeah, I was like, god damn, I have cracked the code. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, for sure, you just cracked the code right there.
Yeah. But I mean, like it cost a lot, like it took a lot of time, it was a lot of hustle, but yeah, I did that for a while, a couple of months. That was the biggest one, but I mean, 30 grand, 20 grand, I mean, all of 2021, that was like, you know, I was doing like 15, 20 grand a month, no problem. Stacked a shit ton of cash, made a lot of investments in other shit, and quit that job. Quit that position, fully focused on all my own stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's probably similar to like how Raja was with that account. And he talks about this talks about this in the past too, is like, you know, like you can't worry about like taking risks, you can't worry about taking like new steps, you know, trying different things, because like at the end of the day you always have your old skills. Like you never are going to lose those skills, you know. So you know, like that's kind of how I've been throughout everything. It's just like, you know, fuck it, I'll try trading, because at the very least I can go back to sales, or at the very least I can go back to this business or whatever, you know. So, you know, you have to be willing to take those steps forward, or you have to be willing to take a couple steps backwards for the potential leap forward, you know.
Yeah, that's for sure. Willing to take 2 steps backwards for potential 4 steps forward.
Yeah.
You know, that statement seems pretty precise, but it carries a lot of meaning. When you hear of 2 steps, you may think just like someone who's really, let's say, like he doesn't really have those critical thinking skills. You may think, you may take it for granted, like 2 steps, like you may think something like of a week, but two steps can be like years of like downfall before you have those years of prosperity. 2 steps can mean 4 years of being backward, mean 2 years of you falling off a cliff. 2 years, imagine being 2 years behind of where you are right now.
Yeah.
Are you willing to sacrifice that for the next 4 years that you're going to be, or for your success that is going to come in eternity? So that's like the way I see it. When someone says that you have to take 2 steps backwards for like 4 steps or whatever it is forward. Looking at those 2 steps, you can't tell how long it's going to be. It can take you years before you make those 4 steps forward.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
So you've got to be ready to expect that unexpected at that particular moment in time. You have to be ready to ride in the mud, walk into the darkness.
Yeah, like they say, you know, nothing good comes fast, and if it does, it usually doesn't last, you know. So it's gonna take some time, you know. You gotta figure it out. That's like the problem with social media nowadays. I think like with my generation, like we've kind of grown up with social media, seeing people driving Lambos at 20 years old and all this other shit, and it's always like, dang, why not me, you know? How come I'm not there?
Yeah.
But then you don't hear about Elon Musk living in his garage until he's like 40 years old, and then finally sold PayPal for like $100 billion or whatever the fuck it was. But that's the thing, is like, you know, you just gotta like remove your story from everyone else's story, you know.
And then just do you.
Yeah.
That's really. No, that's the problem right now, because our generation, like you've said, you find 20-year-olds owning Lambos, having 15k days in trading and this and that. So there's a way it hits you, and you have this pressure on yourself. Where was I when I was 17, when this guy was trying to learn this thing?
Yeah.
You tend to pay, you want to pay all that time back in just a day or months, which is not going to be possible.
Absolutely.
Because now see, for example, Raja started trading, he said when he was 28 years of age, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's probably right now 35.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but you see.
But yeah, I mean, Would you sacrifice, you know, like I mean, I would sacrifice 28 to 35 to be in his position, you know. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. I would sacrifice that. But now that's the question that goes now. Now let's say for the people who are right now 35 to 40, when they see Raja, there's a way it hits them.
yep.
And they tend to want to risk it all to get to where he is. So that's where the downfall comes into play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for the people of our age, you see someone like Lambo Raul, you know Rambo Raul, right?
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh my days, look at this guy, man. So it gets back to you. Things like that.
Yeah.
So what I've seen in trading, if you want to think into that perspective, look at someone who's older than you and is doing it. Now, for us, you can look at someone like Raja. Raja began when he was 28. At 35, you see what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And you know, when you have this perspective of age and you look yourself that you want to enjoy life when you're still young and you don't want, by the time you get this money, you're old, that you cannot enjoy, that's the pressure. That's when you start creating pressure onto yourself. Trying to chase your age.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I definitely understand like what people say, but like, I mean, fuck, can you imagine being old and being broke, no money? You know, I mean, that'd be terrible because you partied, you know, your 20s away, your 30s away. You know, I mean, like I see it like my I feel like my generation is a lot like, you know, they're very against like that work for 40 years for 10 years of retirement or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, like, you have to eat, you know, so you gotta like sacrifice something at some point.
Yeah. Sacrifice is really important. You have to sacrifice.
Yeah. And gold is just galloping, man. This thing would be up like 50 something pips from the entry. It's 60 pips.
60 pips. Oh wow.
Yeah, Kareem here in the YouTube chat keeps saying that he's the one that told us to buy. And Kareem, look at this right here. It says buys above MP special. I've been waiting for this since I turned on the stream at 6:30 a.m. Just needed the confirmation, man. We're all on the same page.
I have a feeling this year's gonna be that great year that you're going to have into your books, and like, you know what, I had a very great breakout trading in 2023.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about it because, like, I mean, this year definitely it wasn't like my best year financially. I mean, we still get like, you know, my business partner, we still did great. Everything, you know, we had a great year, but it started off really strong. Then, you know, we took some fat losses towards the end of the year, you know, and I was just like at the turn of the new year, I was just like, you know, doesn't feel the same as like past New Year's, just because in the past like couple of years it's been like crazy exponential growth year after year, and this year it didn't really feel like that. But what I like connected it to was just like the mental wins, you know, like this year or this past year, like it was just like a lot more like mental success versus like financial success, which I think was like pretty huge as far as like what you're talking about, you know, just the next level of like trading, because it's more mental than anything, you know.
More mental than anything.
Sorry. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's for real.
trading is a mental game. You have to be on point when it comes to mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, I always say like there's two types of people, you know, the person that gets a flat tire, they just replace the tire and they continue on. Then there's the other person that gets a flat tire, pops the other three, and lights the car on fire, you know? So it's like, yeah, like that was honestly like kind of what I experienced last year, like, or the past year was I transitioned from person number 2 that lights the car on fire to person number 1 that just fixes a fucking tire and continues on. Like I used to be like pretty self-destructive when it came to bad situations, losing trades, you know, upset customers, whatever the case might be, you know. But yeah, I mean, you're just not gonna get anywhere with that. Like, your mindset when things are bad is more important than your mindset when things are good.
Yeah, that's when you know how resilient you are, how strong you can go, and how far you can really. Are you willing to go? You'll not measure yourself when everything is going on well. You have to go through adversity and all that to really know how strong you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you've seen a lot of people come into trading and taking a loss, 10k loss, and then they are gone. You never see them back again. Just give up and call everything scam, you know. Find them crying, man. Find these crying babies.
Yeah.
Abusing them. Like, what the fuck? Who told you to go into this game? If you're not ready to. Yeah, like seriously, you've seen them like become so bitter.
Yeah, that's what cracks me up about Raja, man. Like Raja, like people calling him scammer and shit like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Those are retards, the failures who have failed. We don't know what it takes to be in this game, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a lot of scammers in the world, but he ain't one of them, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. 4-hour candle is probably going to begin in a few minutes.
Yeah, the candles are about to close right now. 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Yeah, it still looks good to continue. TJ looks like it might start to take off too. A lot of rejections to the downside, so. Oh yeah, I think GJ is probably gonna start moving up. Oh yeah, break the 1 hour high. Yeah. 4 hour close above the zone. It's looking pretty good on GJ to continue, I think.
Yeah, it looks good, but I'll probably wait for some sort of like support.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the new 4 hour candle just opening.
Let it create, make a nice pullback, create a support, and then push. Hello, Christine. How you doing?
Hey,
Happy New Year. You're good.
How's it going,
Nice to have you
Christine?
here.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
How you doing? Did you trade today?
I did. I didn't do great either. I did.
Yeah, I remember yesterday you beating up yourself because of the 2 trades you took.
Yes.
But it's not worth it. You remember you have 360 days. So,
Yes. Well, my account has to last that long too, right? So I need to calm
true,
down.
but then, yeah, exactly. That's when you just have to put your foot off the gas and just chill when you take a loss.
Yep.
You don't have to make it back today or tomorrow. It comes with time. It comes back with time.
Yep. Reality will kick in.
That's for sure.
Oh man.
Hope you're having a good year.
So far, I think it was Gold or GJ. I forgot which one I was in. Neither one of them have been kind to me today.
Yeah, we
Oh,
we traded gold earlier. We caught it here, or I caught it here at the break of the high on the 30-minute to continue up.
Oh, that's awesome.
What were you looking at there? What did you take sells on gold or buys?
Buys. I think so. No, gold was. I think that little candle after the big one. I got in at the open of that, and then got out at the top. So that was the one that kind of helped me a little bit. But before that, I took a buy, and then the red candle hit my stop loss and then went up. Yeah, so my I think I got in kind of late, and then it pulled back. I got in on the pullback too late or something.
Gotcha, yeah. So you were inside of this range here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's Yeah, the only reason that I had this marked up as a no trade zone was just because to me the ranges here didn't really make sense. Like this was a small range, like 20 pips or so, you know, it's not too bad. But yeah, that's why I was looking for buys above 1865 if it wasn't gonna come down here. But since it came down here, made me feel a little bit better about taking buys lower.
That was a good place to get in. And I haven't learned until after the fact to recognize that setup.
Yeah,
when it does that deep pullback like that and then takes off.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it across the time frames, like the hourly candles, you know, we broke out of this zone. There's past rejection here, and then we finally closed above, broke out, but we never came back down, you know, to like retest. So that's another thing that you can consider is like for price to continue to go bullish from these points up here, you know, I think this was like 200 pips or something, you know, so
yeah,
it's, you know, it's very unlikely in my opinion to continue going bullish, so you almost have to like anticipate some sort of pullback. And then the 4-hour candle was super strong, same type of thing, it never really pulled back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just another thing that I think about is like the big thing I was telling myself, because I was considering taking a trade in this zone. I can't remember which candle it was, but I think it was right here. I was saying like, you know, if we break the high, it could be a potential wick fill and then continue. But the biggest thing that I was looking at was just like, there's been so many consistent bullish candles. There's bound to be a bearish candle. We're so far from the previous support resistance zone that there's bound to be some sort of retracement. So is this the best trade I can take, or is there potential another opportunity I can wait for, you know? So that's ultimately why I didn't execute there. And then when this started to happen, I was like, all right, cool, this is what I wanted to see, you know? So just have to identify like what you like and what you don't like, you know?
I think that's a good question to add to my thing. Is this a high opportunity trade? Is it worth it, or is there a better one that I can see?
Yeah.
Versus, because I was thinking the same thing. That's a lot of bullish candles. Somewhere it's got to be a pullback, but
Yeah.
I wasn't patient enough to wait for the right one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, for me, it's just like I'm pretty disciplined on execution, just because I'm only trying to take one trade per day, you know. So I want to make sure it's the best possible trade that I can take during that day. And honestly, that's come from me like taking a trade early on in the session, losing, and then seeing a better setup play out later on in the session. And I just been like, crap, man, like, you know, if I would have just waited, I could have just executed on this trade. I 100% would have executed on it. It follows my plan, whatever. But so like that's kind of the thing, is like you start to get to a point where you start to realize like, all right, cool, this is for sure an opportunity that could play out, but if it's not the best one, then I'd rather wait, you know?
Yeah, especially once you get that absolute mindset that I'm only taking one trade. So I'm only looking for the best opportunity.
Yeah.
And then once I get to that, I think I'll be better. Today was, and I'm really good at, well, I have been anyway, it's only taking 2 trades. And my risk is 1%, so I don't go over my risk. I stay in and managing my risk is something I don't have an issue with. I just got to get to that, making sure it's the best opportunity. Like, is this really what I'm looking for, or am I just getting in because it looks okay?
Yeah. I mean, I would say you're like right there then. I mean, if you're in a position to where you're, you know, you're able to stay disciplined enough to only do the amount of trades that you told yourself you're going to do, you're only putting yourself into a position to lose the amount of money that you planned on losing if you lose. Like, I would say you're there. I mean, the next step is just identifying the setups that make the most sense to you, you know?
That is absolutely my issue right there.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, and it'll come, you know, like it's, for me, I think the transition happened for me when I started to focus on, okay, what do I not want to see happen? You know, so I've determined what I want to see. I want to see MP specials and I want to see slingshots. Like those are my two favorite things to trade. The high setup, or the high probability setups that I can trade. So I know I want to look for those. But what happens when I lose trades? You know, so basically what I'm saying is, to me it sounds like you've identified what happens when you win trades. It's just that you need to identify what happens when you lose trades so you can stay away
Right.
from those, you know? So like for me, this right here, this play on GJ, it worked out, but I didn't enter it because this candle broke the high within like the first 30 seconds of being open. It also
Yeah.
didn't create a lower wick. And there was only like 15 pips to the top of the range, so I was like, I would rather wait until there's more range that I could potentially catch 10 pips. So like the break of the high in the first 30 seconds, that's something that I have on my list of don't execute on the trade if that happens, you know?
Yeah.
The no lower wick, don't execute if that happens, you know? So that's probably where you're at, is at that level of just figuring
Yeah.
out where you shouldn't execute, you know?
Yep. Those are good points too.
What's going on, guys?
No
What's
lower
up,
wick.
Jake? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Christine. It's good to see
Hey.
you. See you on the chat.
Yeah, I'm usually in the gulag.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's good to have you here. Anybody's welcome.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. It's good to have more. The more voices, the better. I was just listening in there. Really good stuff. You know, kind of add to that, something that I was figured that I might try to start to do. And I don't know if you've ever tried this, Mike, but do you know, like at the moment, well, before this year, I started trading kind of with a fixed lot size, regardless of risk. Well, not risk, but with risk involved. But so, for example, I'd maybe trade let's say 0.10, for example, on my account.
Mm.
But then it would go maybe minus 10 pips, and then I'm already kind of, let's say I trade with £1,000 account, and I've already sort of lost my 1%. So I'd maybe close the trade, or certainly start managing risk at that stage, which I don't think is a bad thing. But where my stop loss wouldn't necessarily be below the previous candle. So then I was thinking, maybe if I just used a smaller lot size, or tailored the lot size versus the risk, so that maybe I used the 0.6 lot size to enable the 1% risk with the stop loss below the previous candle. So that's going to be my new strategy going forward, to try and tailor the lot size against the risk to still have the stop loss below the previous candle. Because I looked at a lot of my losses and I thought, I think I exited too early there and didn't give the trade time to breathe, because I was too worried about losing that 1% or 2% that I had in my head. Because I knew as soon as it got to like minus 10, minus 12 pounds, I was like, that was more risk than I was willing to take.
Yeah.
But I was leaving the trade too early. So I'm going to start trying to tailor my lot size, just using a lot size calculator. So you put in your account size, put in your risk, 1%, 2%, and the pips that you're willing to lose. So, you know, below the previous wick, and then it will give you what lot size you should use to lose at 1 or 2%. So I'm going to try. I don't know if you've ever traded like that, Michael. I know you tend to use sort of maybe fixed lot sizes in your head, but I know you'll probably calculate your risk and everything based on that. Anyway.
Yeah, no, so I've actually been for the last couple of months I've been trading just like you're saying. So like this stop loss here was like, I don't know, 36 pips or so. So like that, I had 1% risk across these 36 pips. You know,
Yeah.
so I haven't been using just like a fixed lot size. So do you use magic keys, Jake?
No, I need to, but I use a Mac similar to yourself. So there's only the software version for Mac, right? Using Parallel.
Yeah, that's what I use the on-screen version of magic keys, and I just have it set up to risk 1% per trade. So, you know, when you open the calculator or whatever, no matter where price is, like as it's, you know, juggling back and forth before it goes to break the high, like the lot size on magic keys is constantly changing to reflect 1% based on the stop loss that you have set.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So it's
so
not
like
big.
yeah, so for example, if it's like if you have like a 0.5 on there, and for 10 pips, you know, a 10 pip stop loss is 1% for you. If it goes to 20 pips, it'll change it to a 0.25. You know, so it'll fluctuate that lot size based on the amount of stop loss that you have in place. But yeah, so that's what I do. That's been really helpful because, for example, this trade from yesterday, right here, I don't know if you remember, but it broke the high kind of early, and then it came down, it started juggling down, kind of looked like it was going to continue bearish, but like I had the stop loss set below this candle, just let it do its thing, and it played out, you know.
Did you trade that, or was that paper?
Yeah, no, I traded this, but that's what I mean is like I had a lot of those same situations happen that you're talking about. Where like price would go up, you know, it would go in profits, it would start to go against me, I'd be like, oh fuck, you know, I don't want it to hit my full stop loss, so I'm gonna exit. And then after reviewing the MT5 history and seeing like, oh crap, you know, I remember a specific week in November where I took 5 trades that week. There were only one of them was a win at 4 losses. All 4 of the losses would have won if I didn't close them early. Like if I would have just trusted where my stop loss was, they would have won. You know, so that at that point I was like, screw it. You know, we're doing fixed stop loss below the 30-minute candle, below or above the previous 30-minute candle every time, and I'm just gonna set it and forget it. You know, I'm gonna risk 1%. If it hits my stop loss, I lose 1%. Whatever, I'll try and figure out the lesson. I'll move on to the next day. If it goes into profits, I'm gonna secure. We'll be happy. The downside of doing that is that your profits are never the same. You know.
Yeah.
So like for example, this trade today, you know, is like 36 pip stop loss, and I closed the full position at like 11 pips, 12 pips. It was like right here, you know. So if you're looking at this, like the risk to reward, the risk is way larger than the reward that I took, you know. But so that's kind of like the difficult part is trading like this. You have to be in a position to where you're winning more than you're losing, you know. Or it's just not going to work out.
But with Raj's strategy, or just the price action strategy, you do tend to have more winners than losses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even as a beginner, my win rate is quite good, but I think it's the managing risk thing which is the problem, which I think I've just identified the lot size is probably an issue with what I'm saying, and maybe like what we just spoke about with closing too soon when I'm not willing to take that risk. When I start seeing those red numbers, I'm like, what? I'm uncomfortable with that number. So even though it's minor, you know, in terms of the overall account size, if it becomes like 20 quid or something, because I've only got like £1,000 I think I'm just want to prove to myself that I can be profitable before I start loading in more money. It's like we spoke about it yesterday, more money doesn't mean you're going to have more success. It's probably the opposite. So the minute I can prove to myself I can be profitable under that account, I'll put more into it and then start to scale. But sort of still at break-even stage at the moment, but hopefully start trading.
One sec, sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry, I got somebody at the door.
You in here, Harif?
Yep, I'm here.
How's it going, man?
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
So Jake, how long have you been trading?
Do you know what? Like on and off for a few years.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm.
But I always felt like and only since I've really sort of started with Raja have I really understood probably why I didn't make any money. I'd maybe make like good trades, and I'd use Fibonacci, trend lines, support resistance, and bearish divergence, and all this stuff, and then I would make like really solid trades based on that. But they might not be in volume times. It could be different time frames, and always just seems too complex, man. Like I'd just be doing it. I'd just be like, surely there's an easier way to trade. You know, like sitting there charting up for hours, just trying to find one setup, and that's cool. Like people do make money that way, and it's, you know, that's fine. But I'm quite a simple-minded person, so you know I wouldn't say I'm like super clever or anything. So I just want like a simple way to just read price action, which Raja's obviously devised. So trading like this, but I started with Raja in March, so probably only really put money into a live account from like July, I think.
Okay.
So I'd probably only call it like 6 months put properly and taking it seriously for like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
How about yourself?
I started with Raja late August, early September. So I've only been around it for like a few months, but before that, like you, I was trying, like I was with other people that were telling me all this stuff about the fibs and the head and shoulders and the teacups and the
Yeah.
I mean, everything under the sun. I was like, oh my gosh, is it really this complicated? And then when they started getting into the divergence, I was like lost. I'm like, this can't be it. Like I'm losing, this is crazy. So when like his way of trading is way simpler. It makes more sense. I don't have like 1,000 things to follow with the currency heat wave and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, man, this is too many things to track. How am I supposed to know what's going on the chart if I'm looking at 10 other things? So
and you chuck in like fundamental.
Oh my gosh.
As well, and then it just becomes like to the point where you think I maybe traded this is me. You know, you've all been there. You think, oh, you know what? I don't know if this is
right.
Honestly, since starting with Raja, it's given me some hope because like when I look at my stats on my FX book, my win rate's pretty good, but I think it's just managing risk. And as I was speaking to Mike, I think hopefully I've identified why that's happening. So if I can tailor my lot size now to match my risk, hopefully my wins might look a bit smaller, but I'm not too concerned about making money at the moment. It's just about having profitable trades, enough so that I am profitable.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I then, because I've got the money to put in to, you know, bolster my account, but I'm not going to put it in until I can prove that I'm profitable. Otherwise, I'm just going to lose money.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, I think
that's right.
I've set myself a goal, hopefully, for like another 6 months to be profitable, and that, you know, consistently profitable in terms of trades, and then I'll increase my account size. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I just need my few little wins to outweigh my losses, and then I'll be there. But I think like now identifying what I really want to see, and what I don't want to see, and waiting for that, what I'm actually looking for is I think that'll help me.
Yeah, I was gutted this morning. I know you saw it, Harry, because that gold trade I took on paper. Oh man.
Yeah, I saw it.
So good, and I was so confident in that setup that I just thought, why didn't I trade it? And I'm sticking to my plan now of just watching the markets this week, and then I think next week I'll start live trading again.
Yeah, just be patient enough. Monday is our day.
Yeah.
Starting live Monday.
Monday is our day. Okay.
Yeah. Monday you don't trade London, do you, Christine?
Yep.
I think you said the time frames for you a bit all over the place.
Yeah, I've been kind of supposed. My time frame is really New York, but this week I've just been getting up and watching what's going on in London. And sometimes and it's because there's so much volume. There's like, it seems like there's just a lot of volume, so I want to see what's going on. But I think starting next week, I'm just going to stick to New York.
Yeah, there's been really good volume in London. It seems to sort of really continue, like, you know, have a good start. Well, in some cases, it starts the trend or continues the trend from Asia, and then New York tends to retrace a little bit. But that's what I've been seeing this week so far.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. So that's exactly what it has been doing. Because if you look at Asian and London, it just moves the same way. If it's bearish, if you have a bearish move with Asian, London tends to go with that move. Then you have NY pulling back, and then NYSE continuing with what has been happening with London.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened on gold. You can see that there, Mike's chart briefly, where you had that small bearish candle before, just before 3 o'clock on his chart, and then gold shot up. That's the trade I took on paper, which was London, and then the 2 red candles coming down in New York, and now NYSE was sort of slowly moving back up again, sort of continue the trend, and then you can't see it, it's just to the left off the chart, but that was the Asian session with a bullish movement up there. So definitely a trend. So hopefully that continues next week and we can capitalize on it.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jake. Sorry to just
no
cut you off all rude. My dog was going fucking nuts.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm gonna have to go in half an hour anyway. I've got another call, but I thought I'd pop on and say hello and see what's good.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Always good to catch up. But yeah, no, I'm gonna shut it down here in about 5 minutes or so. Anyways, I gotta get to running the cleaning business for the rest of the day. People already hit me up, but yeah, no, it's I mean, to your guys' point, you know, it's all just time, really. You know, like me and Harith were talking about it, I think, before Jake and Christine, you guys hopped on. But you know, we were like talking about it earlier. Like I think Raja started trading in 2016. You know, I think he was 28 years old or something. Now he's 35 or so, and you know, he's freaking making $100,000 in a day, $70,000 in a day. You know, a bad day is like 10 grand in a day, you know. So like basically what me and Harith were talking about is like, if you knew that you could potentially be at that level in a couple of years, what would you sacrifice right now? You know, what would you do right now? So the big thing is that I always like try and tell myself is like, you know, this is gonna take time. You know, it took Raja that amount of time. I think he's freaking brilliant, the way that he's figured everything out. His success, you know, he's documented everything. Like, it's been great. But it took him time. You know, you think about people that go to college, it takes at least 4 years and a couple $100,000 in debt to get a degree just to go work at Starbucks still. So that's the thing is like, why would, you know, me and Harith were talking about it, is like, why would we expect trading to be any different? You know, why would we expect to win overnight? You know, so that's the big thing is like, just always got to be in that mindset of like, can't be perfect, just got to keep the progress going, you know.
Yeah, that's actually, that really puts things into a different mindset when you say, what are you willing to sacrifice if you know you can do this, if this is where you're trying to get to and it's doable.
Yeah, so
you see people doing it that you can, like, it's not like some made up cartoon, you can see this in real life. So if you know it can happen for somebody else, it can definitely happen for all of us. So what are you willing to sacrifice to get there?
Yeah, it's the same thing in everything. Working out, literally everything in life, you know.
Do you know what I think skews your mindset on it a little bit sometimes, so especially when you start out, it's when you're in these groups, you know, even like the Slack group with Raja, which I think's like sick, but a lot of people will only post profits. Mm-hmm. So you kind of only see success and you think, oh, maybe they've just joined and they're making money. And some people are more risk adverse as well, so they're all pro risk, so they might be risking way more than you're ever willing to risk straight away. So they're boasting they've made X amount of money. And you're like, shit, why aren't I making that money? I've been here longer or something. And then you think, oh, maybe it's just, I'm just not cut out for it because they're making money pretty smarter than me and that sort of thing. So you just got to, that's why I quite like our Telegram group here, because everyone will post if they've lost or won at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I like posting my analysis in the Telegram group when I've taken a trade or I've taken anything, just for some of you guys to see or critique me, or, you know, it helps a lot. You know, it builds your confidence when you try to analyze and then post to any group. It could be Slack or Raja or our Telegram group, just for others to learn one thing and for you also to learn, because you could have taken that winner, but there is something that you didn't see that could have affected your trade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's better when you're taking trades or what, it's better to like analyze and post them in the groups, and then for people to see, and then they'll critique you accordingly, and you yourself will learn, and them they will learn from what you're really looking at the chat.
streaming tomorrow?
Yeah.
I was saying, are you streaming tomorrow, Mike?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah, they stream.
All right. I think it's about 9:30.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna shut it
Christine, you'll be
down.
hopping around, you know. I have to be around here, yo. Oh, you guys have to come in. Let's make this a commitment.
Yeah. I try my best to come on lunchtime. I can definitely do London Open and pre-London. So if you're around then I don't know, I can set up a
Yeah, I know Jake.
Telegram call.
I know Jake, you're a London person.
Yeah.
The advantage I have is that I can trade both sessions at where I am at right now at my location. I can trade both sessions. London is during the morning hours here, and then NY is afternoon hours.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can do both as well, but it just clashes with my day job sometimes, the New York session. So I've got stuff over lunchtime for me. It can sort of be a bit awkward, but it's all good.
No
All right,
problem,
we'll see you
but
guys
we
tomorrow.
stick together then. For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
See you, Christine. Have a good one.
Mike,
See you guys. Take it easy.
cheers, brother.
See you guys.
Mike,
Have a
see
good
you,
one.
man. You too.
Let me see here. All right. Let's see. My bad, YouTube chat. I think we're all good here. G Christopher, if you're still here, Mike, can I ask? Oh wait, Kareem. Yeah, dude, I closed that before it got to this level. And I'm a scalper, man. I'm just trying to catch that bag, 10, 15 pips. I'm out of here. G Christopher, Mike, can I ask what software you are using for your YouTube setup? Thanks. OBS. Using OBS and Zoom. It's pretty much what I got running. But yeah, OBS is how I got that little banner down here and all that type of shit. Starting to sell gold, guys, down to 1858. Yeah, that could work out for you. The only thing, I just don't like sells on gold until price comes down here, 1836. I know that sounds retarded, but I just like to trade in the direction of the bullish or the daily candle. Daily candle is bullish as fuck, so I would really only consider buys on gold until price comes all the way down here for clean sells. Which, like I said, I know that probably sounds ridiculous to a lot of people, but that's just me. Sharif, I started trading at the same time as Raja. I used to watch him on Twitch and I thought it was a scam, but I've seen him grow and I've been taking it serious since 2018 and I'm only now consistent. Dude, Sharif, congrats, man. Congrats. You've been putting in that work, dog. Congrats, man. Hey, hop in here with us sometime too. We hope to see you around, man. Faye, been listening in for a while and enjoying the conversation, guys. Time for me to switch off, but looking forward to getting back on the calls with you all next week. Cheers. Faye, peace. We can't wait to see you next week. Have a great one. Yeah, G Christopher, no problem. No problem at all, man. No problem at all. So we're gonna wrap it up for today. It's 9:30. I need to get to work running this cleaning business. So, oh, GJ made that push like I was talking about. Yeah, this was really good here. You know, this was here. Let's talk about this for a second, real quick, before we bounce. You know, we had this this rejection here. You know, at this level here. Then price came back down into this level right here. where we had already had, you know, a past reaction. So for me, this was like the first entry opportunity right here. You know, went a little against my rules, so I sat out ultimately. Then I caught that gold trade, so I wasn't really looking here, but I talked about, you know, if we break the highs on the 30-minute while respecting the lows, then we can continue. And as you can see, this definitely would have yielded 10 plus pips, I do believe, based on how the candle looks. It looks like it did. So that's perfect. You know, price came up, created a higher high, created a higher low, higher high, higher low. Now it's going to go create a higher high, and yeah, that's perfect. So that would have been a great trade opportunity there on GJ. Potentially still can be if 30-minute goes to break the high to continue. Gold, yeah, I mean, at this point I'll probably wait for price to come up here, buys above there, but it's already moved a lot. So y'all be safe. If you haven't liked the stream, please give a like to the stream, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Adios everybody, have a great Wednesday.